You're watching NJTV.
Hello, everyone. Whoa, what was that?
We're turning things on and off.
You know, it's especially important to turn things off when they're not being used. That helps save energy and helps our planet. Now, let's explore the room and see what else is on that we can turn off.
We could turn off this fan.
That's great. What else can we find?
We can turn off this light.
The lamp, la lámpara. You can turn that off, too.
What about this radio? If it can be turned on, it can be turned off.
Looks like Hooper can be turned off, too. You guys did a great job.
Hey, where's the music?
For more, ask an adult to find Curious George's Going Green games at pbsparents.org.
Let's get this show on the road.
Hi, I'm Murray from Sesame Street, and I'm looking for the word on the street.
What's the word on the street? Cactus.
Ah! Whoa! Glockenspiel!
Penguin.
How's the water, guys?
Stuck.
Join Murray and see how much fun learning new words can be. This season on Sesame Street.
See you later.
Okay.
Word Up, weekday mornings at 11.
Go.org.
Over there, let's go.
We're in the wild with wild Kratts, going where no human has gone before. Not anymore. Watch Wild Kratts weekdays on PBS Kids Go or anytime at pbskidsgo.org.
It's Curious George.
We're gonna take the bus. George? Uh-oh. Wait! Stop!
It's Curious George, weekdays on PBS Kids or watch anytime you want at pbskids.org.
Thomas and Friends, making tracks to great destinations.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them because you helped me to make them. Your loving Daddy.
Donald was excited. The diesels at yon works, he announced, say that on the other railway there are things called high-speed trains. They have a diesel engine at each end and can go at 125 miles an hour. Gordon snorted. An engine at each end, he said scornfully. There's only one of me, but I bet I can go as fast as those smelly boxes on wheels. Probably faster, he added. The others said nothing. They had heard Gordon's boasting before. Gordon was still bragging the next morning. Speed's nothing to me, he said. Why, one of my Doncaster cousins went at 126 miles an hour. I'll show these diesels a thing or two. Just you wait and see. He puffed grandly towards the station. Gordon normally pulled the express, though Henry, James or Bear helped if Gordon was ill or away. Many visitors came to see the Fat Controllers Railway. They often used the express, so it was usually full and heavy. There had been frost during the night, and now the weather was wet and sleety. Sleet settled on the rails, making an icy film across their surface. The carriages of the express stood under the cover of the station roof, but when Gordon was coupled to them, his cab and front end had to stand outside. He grew colder and colder as he waited for the guard to blow his whistle and wave his green flag. Come on, he shivered impatiently. Let's get started. At last, Gordon heard the whistle. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, he shouted as he tried to pull quickly away. But his wheels slipped on the icy rails. The sudden movement made water in his boiler surge forward, and Gordon's driver could not shut off steam. Gordon moved a yard and slithered to a standstill, held back by the heavy train. His wheels spun furiously, but neither Gordon nor his train budged an inch. Help! Help! Wailed Gordon despairingly, but nobody could. His wheels spun until his rods ached, but he could do nothing to stop them. His driver tried every trick he knew. An inspector came and tried some more, but it was no good. The fat controller came to see what the fuss was about. He said several things to Gordon, but Gordon was making so much noise that he couldn't hear them. Sparks showered from the rails, but Gordon's wheels went on spinning. It was a quarter of an hour before Gordon had used up all his steam. Reduced pressure allowed the driver to close the regulator, and with a deep sigh of relief, Gordon felt his wheels stop turning. The silence was amazing. Donald came to take Gordon to the shed. And Henry came to pull the express. When the train had gone, workmen had to replace the rails where Gordon had been standing because his spinning wheels had worn deep grooves in them. The shed was empty. Donald tactfully remembered another job and left Gordon on his own. But that night Gordon heard a whisper from close by. "Did you hear?" it hissed. "How Gordon went for a spin today?" There was a quiet chuckle. Gordon seethed in silence. "High-speed engines are all very well," the whisper went on, "but Gordon ought to know by now that he's supposed to move his train too." Gordon snorted disgustedly, and with a gasp, the whisperer subsided into silence.
Jumping and a bumping, rocking and a rolling, all day long, pulling and a pushing, biffing and a bashing, heaving and a hauling, roll along, what, till the sun goes down, push, push, push those trucks around, clank, 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 go the wheels on the track, roll along now, don't look back, tripping and a tracking, splishing and a splashing, shunting and a shoving, all day long, busting and a boiling, wheezing and a whistling, slipping and a sliding, roll along, what, till the sun goes down, push, push, push those trucks around, click, click, clack, go the wheels on the track, roll along now, don't look back, firebucks and fizzle, Stevie or a diesel, see them all a sizzle, all day long, pulling it together in any kind of weather, forever and ever, roll along, what, till the sun goes down, push, push, push those trucks around, click, click, clack, go the wheels on the track, roll along now, don't look back. Clicking and a clacking, jumping and a pumping, rocking and a rolling, all day long, pulling and a pushing, biffing and a bashing, heaving and a hauling, roll along, what, till the sun goes down, push, push, push those trucks around, clank, clank, clack, go the wheels on the track, roll along now, don't look back.
Engines. This is a busy steam railway, just like the one on Sodor. All day long, engines puff up and down the track, taking passengers where they want to go. On this railway, lots of different engines are used for lots of different jobs. Let's see how many different engines we can see. This is a steam engine, just like Thomas. You can tell it's a steam engine from the steam chuffing from the funnel on the boiler. This steam engine is pulling a passenger carriage. It looks a little like Clarabelle. Steam engines are just right for pulling carriages. There are lots of different steam engines. Some steam engines are bigger than others. Like this engine. It looks a little like Henry. Big steam engines can carry more water and coal than small ones. This means that big engines can chuff further than small engines can. The big engines take passengers who need to travel a long way. This is a diesel engine. It is called a diesel engine because it is diesel fuel that makes it go. Diesel engines don't have funnels or make clouds of steam. Even though diesel engines don't make steam, they are very strong. Here comes another kind of diesel engine. On this railway, the diesel engines and the steam engines are both used to pull carriages full of passengers. Some engines are built to do a different job, like this engine. It has a long arm and a hook. This long arm is called a crane. The crane on this engine is used to lift and move heavy things. This engine is really useful if there is anything blocking the track. So as you can see, there are lots of different engines on the railway. And they all have special jobs to do.
Henry the Green Engine is very fast and very powerful. He likes everything he does to be just right. But sometimes he worries about things so much that it makes him feel ill. Summer was a very busy time for Henry. There were lots of visitors to take all over the island of Sodor. And he had to pull the flying kipper from the harbor every morning, loaded with fish. Henry was working so hard that things started to go wrong with him. Sir Topham Hatt sent Henry to the works for repair. "You can rest while you're there," he said kindly. But this left Sir Topham Hatt with another problem. Who's going to do Henry's work? Gordon tried, but he found it exhausting to do Henry's work as well as his own. Thomas was too small to take on Henry's jobs. James didn't like the idea of working so hard. It might spoil his shiny red paint. The engines were worried. "There's no one big enough or strong enough to take over Henry's work," said Percy. "We've got to think of something," sighed Thomas. The only engine not fussing or fretting was Edward. He could see the other engines were concerned and decided it was time to take charge. "I'll take over for Henry, sir," he said quietly. It might not be easy, but I'll do my best. Thank you, Edward, he said. I knew I could rely on you to help out. Edward was as good as his word. He did all of Henry's work without making a fuss. It was hard, but Edward made a good effort. I can't let Sir Topham Hatt and the other engines down, he puffed to himself. A few days later, Sir Topham Hatt came to see the engines. Henry is feeling better and ready to come back to work next week. The engines whistled and cheered. You've all done splendidly in his absence, but Edward has done the best of all. He may not be the fastest or the strongest, but he is a really useful engine. The other engines agreed and gave Edward a special blast of their whistles in appreciation.
Can you guess who this is? Keep guessing. It's Thomas. Can you guess who this is? Keep guessing. It's Mavis.
PBS Kids.
Gonna dance, clap our hands, make some music today. But now, before we do, hello, hello, hello from me to you. Clap your hands if you're happy you're here, 'cause we're so happy you're here. Hello.
Did you know your PBS Kids friends are the best around?
But how can we test that?
Just watch them every weekday.
You bet.
Come on, can't be late.
Catch all your PBS Kids friends weekdays and anytime you want at pbskids.org.
Around for a real dinosaur treat.
Fish is the most perfect food in the whole universe. Have some.
Dinosaur Train is next on PBS Kids.